Good morning, Mark Kamlar here. It is day number 89, the penultimate day of my challenge, and it is Sunday morning, standing in the parking lot of the Primm Casino at State Line, Nevada. And yesterday wasn't as good as we had hoped for all of our racers. We only had 3 racers, 2 of them blew motors, so it was a tough day out there in the silt. We did have one team finish, and congratulations to those guys. Hard fought 7.5 hours in the desert, and battling all the different terrain that's out there. Speaking of that, battling that terrain, it's something. Go ahead and flip around. This is a little bit of just the dust and such. See the tires. That's what you get to drive through in the race car, that in some areas covers the entire tires. So it's all about momentum and movement. Obviously we're not using this truck, but something similar to this one. This one didn't race, it was just out here for display. It's one of my multiple for this crazy series that I do. But anyway, one that did race, 10 car. I'm not sure how they ended up faring. They got here after we did, so one can only suspect that they may have had some issues, or either that they were partying quite extensively at the finish line. Not sure. Anyway, back here, kind of the analogy that I see with the racing that I do, the golf that I do, and building this entrepreneur brand, is that really there's always good days, there's bad days, and really you just can't stop. It's all about persistence and consistency. We had a couple of new teams that were out here, prospective teams that were watching us, following along, and it was a little bit boring for them. I don't know if they got to see all the excitement, but we got to share a lot of stories. And I've got, just in my brief 6-year racing history, I've got more stories of, I'm not even going to use the word failure, of learning than I do of winning actual races. Last year I was fortunate enough to win a championship in my race series, but it doesn't mean that I was the best every time out there. I only won one race last year, but I was consistent, and I showed up at every race. And so that's the message that I take with that. As I said, I play golf, and we always chase that perfection. You play and practice on the range, and you figure it out. You got it mastered. You know exactly what you do. Then you get into the course, and it all goes sideways. So really, and the message that I tell my kids with that is, you practice, you practice, you practice. It gives you the progress and the learning that you hope. And then when you're out there in the match, in the game, you just play. You give, and take what the course gives you. And it's the same here on the race course when we do that. So I'm about to finish this 90-day challenge here. As I mentioned, this is the penultimate day. Tomorrow will be the end of my 90-day challenge, but it is not the end of my journey. In fact, I'm in the Sexy Syndication contest, and I've got a team of looks to be about 40 other people that I've got to get myself in gear on that and figure out how to do all the TikToks. And really, I'm not worried about any of the technical aspects. It's the time. How do you finish, and how do you budget all of that time with your regular job, with your regular life? Well, you just do. And that's the message here. You just do. You figure it out. You do the best that you can every day. You show up, and those dividends are going to pay off. When I first started racing, I barely knew what a race car was. I didn't know how to buckle, the 5-point harness. I didn't know how to hook up my helmet and the intercom system, let alone drive. There's so many details that you have to learn along the way. And to that fact, I crashed the very first time. I didn't even have the car purchased yet, and I rolled it over. And man, I need to quit, and this is not for me. But there's a passion behind it. It's fun. Nobody got hurt, just some mechanical, things, body damage, and that stuff gets fixed. Just like when you're out there building your business, you're going to make mistakes. You are not the expert, and there's always going to be somebody out there smarter than you. Don't let somebody be out there work harder than you. Get out there every day, show up, work hard, and put in that time. And in a few short years, hopefully sooner than that from the finance standpoint, you win championships. That's what happened to me in my life with the race aspect. I became owner in the company, won a championship, and it's just a fun thing to do. And now I'm trying to take all of those ideas and translate them into my business, building that brand and getting out there and sharing what I know with the world. So this is my share here. Again, day number 60, day number 89. I can't believe. So happy that I've made it thus far. And we'll see you tomorrow to close out the 90 days and then begin our next 90-day rock, whatever it might be. Thanks. Have a great day.